The gameplay and graphics of Slayaway Camp are ridiculously incongruous with the setting and tone. At its core, this is a brilliantly designed sliding puzzle game where you have to deftly move your hero through a gridded environment while trying to collect specific items before going for the exit. The twist is that you control a killer from a horror movie, and the items you're collecting are the brutal murders of helpless bystanders. The weird pairing works way better than I ever could have thought. The foundation is rock solid. Strings of 10 to 15 puzzles are split up into VHS tapes, with 10 of these fake films making up the titular Slayaway Camp series, in addition to deleted scenes for each movie and a few bonus tapes. If you have any affection for that 70s to 90s era of slasher flicks, the style of the menus, the setups for the absurdist plots, and just the tone of the entire game is incredible. I'd consider myself a mild fan of some of those movies, and all of the winks and nods just work really well for me. The initial few levels are very easy and can generally be solved by just moving around the board until accidentally stumbling into the victims, using either button or touch controls. With each progressing movie, though, new concepts are introduced and soon the obstacles are numerous, with cops, SWAT teams, electric fences, cats, much more. Near the end, some of the puzzles are deliciously devilish, requiring precise moves and out-of-the-box thinking. It squeezes a lot out of a relatively simple idea. If it gets too challenging, in-game currency can be used to buy a hint and a walkthrough. I recommend people don't rely on the walkthrough, but having options like these to avoid beating your head against the wall on a specific task is always great. The smartly implemented hit system is one that would feel right at home in the old days of Nintendo's Super Guide features. Beyond the puzzle mechanics, a crazy amount of gore and murdering is a constant here. But a slider turns the violence down or up. The lowest setting is a relatively tame PG mode in case you're squeamish. It's a nice option to have because the violence is really over the top and frequent. Thankfully, all of the characters are made up of voxels, so it neuters most of the brutality. Some of the kills are so ridiculous and nonsensical that they're actually kind of hilarious. Once again, any fondness for old slasher flicks will make some of them even better because they draw on classic references. Humor is a strong suit for the game overall, especially with the fake end credits gag that roll whenever the playable killer dies. Slayaway Camp is a smart, well-crafted puzzle game that transcends its niche trappings in such a way that even if horror movies aren't your bag, you should still keep an eye out on this excellent game. It takes a basic concept and never lingers too long on one idea, continually adding new and novel twists. For the several hours it will take you to finish, Slayaway Camp stays fresh, avoiding the common problems of the horror movies it draws influence from. Even when mimicking the absurdity of later Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street movies, it stays inventive and fun.